Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, good evening. Welcome. Come on down. Welcome to another show. I feel like it's been forever since I've been on here. It's only been like a week and a half, really, like in this format, doing it this way. So it's been a very short time, but it feels like forever. I don't know if you missed me because I missed you, and if you didn't miss me, well, but I'm back. And we're ready to get this show on the road. And we're starting off March in a huge way. We have special guests coming on. I have a guest already on with me already, and I'm excited to talk, and I'm excited to share, and I'm excited to learn because you can never know too much, right? It's always good to learn something. I've known this organization for quite some time. Um, and I'll probably give you guys like a little brief history just to kind of get you guys warmed up and get you guys on board and make sure everybody comes on because we're about to start the show. But I've known NDFD since I was a little girl. My dad actually went to the NDFD in the past to get funding for his business. My dad had so those of you who didn't know or don't know, my dad had a fishing business, and my dad went to the NDFD for funding. And years later, he's one of his best friends became the managing director of
Hmm.
NDFD. That is Salita, I believe, who's no, not Mr. Salita. What am I saying? Help me, Donald.
There were
Who's right there
um,
now? Who's there now? My brain is not braining. Who's on in now?
it is Joseph now.
Cletus Joseph. Jesus Christ. Cletus is going to
Oh yes,
Cletus is
yes,
going to kill me for making such a
yes, yes. That's our executive director.
oh my god. Because Cletus actually was one of my father's closest friends before he passed.
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, my father was supposed to be his best man at his wedding, and he ended up being buried the day when he got married, which was crazy.
Hmm.
It's a crazy
Wow,
story. Yes,
what a
and
story!
I had a bit of
Too
a
bad he's
break.
on leave right now. So I'm actually using his office right now, but he's on
Really?
leave. So I'm sure.
Oh my God, he's going to kill me because this is public now, and everybody knows that I just made a complete. Like I just had a brain fart. I just could not remember, and that happens sometimes. We're human beings, right? What am I supposed to
No.
do? Myself out? But Clintus has was one of my dad's closest friends, and he's also the managing director at the NDFD. We have on with us Donald while we're getting people warmed up and welcome on board, guys. Thank you very much for joining. And when you come on, let us know where you're tuned in from. Let us know where you're connected to us. So we want to know. We want to know, and probably let us know if you know anything about the NDFD. And if you don't know, well, that's what we're here to do. We're here to share. We're here to talk. Yeah, but I have known about the NDFD for quite some time, and Donald is joining us. I've known Donald for quite some time too, going back to my A team.
Yeah, we just had a nice conversation about that like a few nights ago.
We did. We're just like,
Wow,
God,
imagine that.
we've come a long way.
Oh, especially you.
Well, yeah, definitely. I mean, I
Wow.
I believe when I met you was that the first time I got my real big break and came to like being a brand ambassador, you know. And I mean, it's since then, like that kind of gave me my start, So there's a history. There's a history
Yeah, and
everywhere.
I was also very happy that that happened because I was really, really pushing for that. I remember, our boss at the time, Giselle, asked the fan, you know. So I told her, let's do brand ambassadors. So and Giselle is always, creative and open to ideas. So we
Yeah.
did it. And she said, okay, I have the people that can do the job. And of course, I remember, I think you were the first person that she mentioned. That time she mentioned. That's amazing, man.
Giselle is one of the very few people who believed in me from the start. Like she believed in my my talent. She believed in my skills. I think we had a little bit of a banter. At that time I was doing sales at Q95, and
Oh,
she
I
met.
remember those days, Jesus. Jael.
And I wasn't playing. I wasn't playing. I would, I was very assertive, and Astafan had to come and sponsor on radio. And I remember, sitting down and putting a package together for her, and she's like, nobody had done that for her before in the radio world. And so much so, I believe she took my blueprint and she went to all the other radio stations and she said, I want it done like this. Because I had a sales background from Canada, so I was very aggressive and I knew what I wanted. And Giselle became a very, very close friend and confidant of mine to this day. To this day, we stay in touch. To this day, we're the same sign. So probably that's why we gel so well. And you, Donald, just getting to know you at Astafans, it was a wonderful experience. You moved on. I remember you moved on to Archipelago, and now you're with the NDFD. And it's so good to have you joining me full circle here, in a different
Actually, thank you
capacity,
so much.
grown. And I think that's what the NDFD is all about. It's all about growth and development. And we kind of I want to get this thing started tonight, with you, first of all, introducing yourself to, because people might be saying, but who is that little Filipino man that on don't know? We
Cali-
want to.
Calipino.
Donald more
Cali-
Dominican than you and me. Donald speaks more Dominican than me. So tell us a
yeah.
little bit about you, Donald, and your role at the NDFT.
All right. But just talking about full circle, I today we just actually launched our partnership with the company of Giselle and Imad. So imagine that, and right now we're talking about that experience. So
Oh
just
my
talking
God.
about full circle, like just perfect timing. So yeah, so that's something. It's just amazing to kind of go back to that entire thing where I think we were both like, shall I say, more innocent in a way.
A little green.
But at the
Let's
same time, we're,
stay on
we're
brand. Let's stay on brand. We're a little green.
true. Yeah, but that was amazing, man. Great times with you and the rest of the A team. And just like I said, when we bumped into each other the other night, I'm really very impressed with your progress and development. And so I'm just really silently very proud of you. And I always tell people that I worked with you when I was at Astafans. So amazing. So anyway, so right now we're getting carried away a little bit, but yeah. So well, right now I'm at NDFD. So I'm the business and entrepreneurial development manager here. So I report to your dad's best friend, Mr. Cletus Joseph, who is our executive director. Shout out to him, big up.
Yes.
I'm actually in charge of basically the biggest department here that includes loans department, the business support services, which also include marketing. And we have a new unit that we just launched, and it does more of our direct marketing efforts, because we realize that there's a need for us to really reach out to our clients and target constituents outside. So we said it's not enough for us to just wait here and wait for people to come. So we have to start reaching out to them, which is actually what NDFT did first, more than 40 years ago. They had a promoter, where what he did was just to go around the island and just talk to entrepreneurs or small business owners and introduce NDFD. So that's a unit. And another unit that we just also established is the business intelligence unit, which is a passion of mine. Even when I was at Astafat, is something that I put up. So kind of like putting more rigor, making everything more data centric and data driven. So that's basically what I do. So, and my department is in charge of organizing and managing this Green Innovations Summit that we're going to speak about tonight.
Wow, thank you very much for this introduction, and thank you very much for sharing, and being part of my life for over 10 years, because the A team launched in 2015.
15, yes.
So you've been part of my circle for 10 years. But it's truly amazing what the NDFD is doing and continues to do, and how you are get doing different things to tap into people, but not just into people, but to help improve their businesses, to encourage innovation, to encourage ideas, and also to focus on the impact on the environment. I know you've done so many different initiatives. I remember you had the Earth Initiative, and I follow you. Do the Curl in the Streets, which focuses on businesses and ensuring that people have exposure and they have an opportunity for them to reach out to a greater market. I mean, it's a small entity, but yet with such mighty will. Your will is so mighty, the things that you guys want to accomplish. And like I said, at the start, I've known about this organization for quite some. I remember my father's, he got, I think it was an odd moto, one of those fishing motos from the NDFT. If my memory serves me right, and I must have been like 9, you know.
Wow.
So so that was a very, very long time ago, and it was still in its very early stages. Still, people were not even wearing uniform. I remember going there with my dad, and stuff. So it's definitely grown, and I love to see what you guys are doing. But can you share with us a little bit more about the NDFD Green Innovations Summit? What is that about, and what really prompted the need to have a specific summit entitled Green Innovations?
All right. So basically, Green Innovation Summit is a gathering of aspiring green entrepreneurs, because we realize that there's a need for NDFD to not just assist the development of small businesses, but to actually help in developing more sustainable businesses, and businesses that care not just for profit, but businesses that care for the planet, for the society. So this summit really started in 2021, where we had our first edition. But the real green program, the over you know the overarching program started in 2019, when NDFD partnered with IDB Lab, um, in this eco micro project, whose
Mm.
which the intention really is to, like I said, being able to develop climate resilient businesses, small businesses here in Dominica. So Green Innovation Summit is just, shall I say, an offshoot of the program, and the summit is all about inspiring, innovative green entrepreneurs out there to submit their green ideas to us. And then eventually we will be gathering them in a summit where we give them access to outstanding mentorship training, and we help them assist, or we help them sharpen their ideas, develop it into a real viable business. And just to make it a little bit more exciting, we added a little bit of a competition at the end of the summit, where they are asked to pitch their ideas to an esteemed panel of judges. So that is the reason why this evening, JL, we are joined by actually three of our the three past winners in our last summit, which we held in 2023. You know, because this summit we only hold it once every 2 years, because the year after the summit we dedicate it to assisting all participants um, further develop their businesses and have their business ideas, you know, turn into actual and, you know, real and operating businesses.
Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And so the first, is this like the second year that this is happening? Like, give us a little background as to what has happened the last couple of times that the summit has occurred, and who were the emerging winners, and what you guys like. Just give us a brief synopsis of, the outcome. I know we're going to be speaking with one of the winners this evening, and we have two other participants who were runner-ups as well in the very last one. But just give us a brief synopsis of what happened the last times you guys have had this summit.
All right. So our first one, which was held in 2021, right? So that kind of laid the foundation. So it brought together a really nice group of aspiring green entrepreneurs, for a number of days of intensive training, mentorship, and business development support. So during that year, the summit really showcased the demand for, you know, sustainable innovation and the potential for green businesses to drive economic resilience. So in that summit, we had, of course, the unbeatable Jody Danglebin as the grand winner, right? So she is our very first, as we call it here, Green Queen. All right. So she emerged winner in that inaugural summit. Right now, the second one, which was held in 2023, I believe that built on the success of the first one, and it attracted even more, you know, high potential participants, and further it really expanded its reach, right? So what happened there was, you know, there were like a lot of new partnerships that were introduced. I believe that's the year where we had our first green district, where we incorporated NGIS with, of course, our flagship event, which is CITS. So we basically gave them a district where our alumni and past participants of the summit can showcase their products and businesses. And of course, that second one really opened up a lot of successes for a lot of aspiring green entrepreneurs. One of them, of course, is the person that we're going to speak with, Miss Rachel Schillingford. So she's the owner of Herbal Harmony. So she was the one who won that second edition. So this year is our third edition. It will be we'll do it in June. So June from the 3rd to the 7th. So it's now a 5 day thing. From I think we started just having 3 days, and then it became four, and now it's a 5 day event. So right now we are accepting applicants. We're accepting registration, and yeah, so that's why we're very pleased that you allowed us to be here, for us to be able to encourage more people out there to think of innovative green business ideas that they can submit to us.
We're gonna thank you very much, Donald. But we're gonna bring on the participants, or the winners, I should say, or the people who have participated and won. But before we do that, we have a question that's coming in online from a viewer, and the question is, what effect will the start of our geothermal energy have on green innovations? And I'm not sure. I mean, obviously, if you can respond, Donald, you can. If not, you can always come back later on and respond in the chat. Because, like I always say to everyone, we don't have all the answers to all the questions.
I agree.
We just try our best to answer the best that we can. But if you're able to, or if you're able to share something, um, read that question, so I could repeat if you'd
I
like
actually
me to.
have actually I think I have a lot to say, but I would probably rather have our winners first, and I'll just come back to kind of say a little bit about this. But every innovation is welcomed, right? And it's but we have to look at different angles, right? So it's always it's my passion to discuss these things, but I'm afraid we might take all the time. So
Yes, let's bring on the winners.
hey,
So, or the participants. So, we first have Rachel joining us. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, good evening, Jael.
Welcome. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
It's good to have you. Tell us a little bit about you and your business.
Okay, so good evening to everyone listening. My name is Rachel Schillingford, and I am from the village of Kulibistri. I am the CEO of Herbal Harmony, and I am also NDFD's 2023 Green Summit winner. For those of you listening who may not know who or what Herbal Harmony is about, Herbal Harmony is a wellness brand focused on women's reproductive health through herbal remedies such as herbal teas. I am also an author. I wear many hats. So I am the author of the Tea Matter That Could, and I'm also the author of Thriving with PCOS.
Wow. I love that. One of the things that I find very interesting is that you are outnumbered this evening, Donald, because I know we just celebrated International Women's Day, and we have a full crew of women coming on. And I am of the view that women seem to be taking the front seat in innovations. Would you agree, Donald? What are your thoughts on that?
well, I mean, like they say, the data cannot lie. So for the past two editions, it's a woman who has been winning, right? Although in our first one we had two male runner-up, so that's something that I can also be proud of. But you see, that's why this edition I'm really really looking forward to more men participating, and so that we could have a bigger chance of taking the crown from this powerful ladies. Come on, man, come on, let's go.
Who said we want you to take the crown? I wanna bring on next Miss Anna. Miss Anna is joining us. Hi, Miss Anna.
Hi, hi.
How are
Um,
you?
I'm good, thank you.
Introduce
Yeah.
yourself to the audience.
So my name is Miss Anna Harris, and I am from Point Michel, La Pointe. Um, I'm the owner of Nature's Touch Body Therapy and Wellness Services, or Nature's Touch Spa, and I'm also the owner of um, how can I say, all natural local skincare line.
Welcome, welcome to the show. It's
Thank
nice to
you.
have you on. And
Thank you.
finally, I want to bring on the bee lady herself, Terry. uh, Hi, Terry.
Hi, Jael. Hi, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit of. I mean, you're no stranger to this show. Like
Mhm.
obviously not. But for those who are new here and wondering a little bit about you, just give us a little something about you.
All right. So I am Terry, and as Jael said, the bee lady, because all my products are made with resources from our Dominica beehives, and I get the stings to prove it. So we're based in the beautiful village of Salisbury. And yeah, we make the widest, I think we make the widest range of value added products from the beehive in the entire Caribbean.
Wow.
Yes.
That is something to brag about. You got bragging rights, eh?
Yeah.
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 congratulations to all of you, first of all, on doing this. On I mean, really, some people will say, they will say, oh my God, it's a tough time to have a small business. It's a tough time to be a business owner, right? Because there's so many things going around the world, including inflation and everything else that goes on. Yet we still have businesses here in Dominica that are thriving, and are not just thriving, but looking to green and green innovations to really fuel their passions, right? And I want to get, I know Donald, I don't know if you have any questions for them, but I feel like, it's woman time. And I want to put you on pause for a little bit. And I want to get to know a little bit more about the ladies, and get to know a little bit about, how that the summit has assisted them, because you speak about, the mentorship that happens after for an entire year, and even, what sort of injection, what did they experience in their business. So we really want to get into the nitty gritty of it, because at the end of the day, I know they're probably coming on here in an effort to convince others to join this summit, or to register for the summit. However, I really want to know that this I really want to get to know how beneficial this has been to each and every one of them. So Donald, we're saying bye bye to you for a little bit, and we'll bring you back on. Is that okay, Donald?
Sure, definitely, definitely. Enjoy, ladies.
Thank you.
All right, it's woman time. We're starting off with the winner. First of all, Rachel, I absolutely love what you represent, what you do.
Thank you.
Um, because I am somebody. I mean, I don't have PCOS, but I have friends who've suffered, who have PCOS. But what I know firsthand is menstrual cramps.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, and I don't think men understand what menstrual cramps is until they feel it for themselves. So I've experienced severe menstrual cramps. I know people who have fibroids. I know people. There's so many things going on in our reproductive system as women, and so many things that can be considered quote unquote abnormal, right?
Yeah.
And if you could share with us a little bit about, first of all, tell us more about why you wanted to start this sort of business,
Okay.
and what has it done for you as an individual, starting this business. Because sometimes, obviously, we start businesses to make money, but a lot of times some of us find joy in helping others. So share with us a little bit about your business.
Okay. So, as I stated, my business is a wellness brand through Hermal Remedies that helps women. Two other factors that led me to starting this business is that I myself suffered with PCOS. I had the painful cramps. I have been to many doctors, and it just felt like even though the medications worked, it's like I kept on going and there was no answer. So it wasn't until that I myself wanted an answer that I started experimenting with herbal remedies. And when I went back, I saw that I was told that I no longer had the amount of cysts that I had, and I no longer even suffered with painful periods. So I'm like, if it worked for me, I want to help other women. So I started with close people around me, have them tested the products, and they too, it has helped them. So that is when I decided to launch a brand and went with my first one being red raspberry leaf tea, which I have with me right now. Sorry.
Wow.
Yes.
I know raspberry is very good for menstrual cramps,
Menstrual
because
cramps.
I tend to take it, and I think once I started taking raspberry tea, it reduced significantly.
Yes.
Um, but that's wonderful.
Yeah.
What is some of the feedback you get from your customers?
So far, the feedback has been really amazing. I have also helped women who couldn't even conceive. They swore by the tea. I have 10 women who have sworn that this will help them had their babies, and they have gone onto the reviews and thanked me so much to the point that they call their babies a herbal harmony baby. I have also had women send me their scan reviews showing that they no longer have the amount of cysts that they have, to the point that I am also an advocate for PCOS, and I have built a WhatsApp group chat where I share daily recipes and support to women. So the reviews have been amazing, and the products itself speak for itself.
Wow. Why did you decide that you wanted to do or you want to take part in the summit? What was the purpose behind the summit or wanting
Behind
to be?
The thing is, like as I said, I wear many hats. So I'm the kind of person who I'm always online searching for the next big thing, or what can I do to grow as an individual, or even to see what next. Like I could call myself a go-getter. So I was laying on my bed and I'm browsing the internet, and this advertisement coming for the Green Summit. And I'm like, Rachel, why not give it a try? You never know what doors it can open for you. And I never knew that signing up I would become a semi-finalist. So that's what motivated me. And I wanted my voice to be heard, and to also have my business more green to help women.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
wonderful. Congratulations
Thank
again
you. Thanks.
for being the winner. And I want to find out a little bit about more about what this has done for you. But before I do that, I want to talk to the other ladies. I know we've had them on pause for a little bit, so
Sure.
I want to talk to them a little bit in terms of their business and what they do and why they even decided to get into the summit. So we're moving on to Miss Anna.
Mhm.
I'm very familiar with Miss Anna. I've used some of her products. And Miss Anna, welcome to the show again, and share with
Thank
us a little
you.
bit about what you do, the nitty gritty of what your business entails, and why have you continued to do this sort of business? Where is the joy in it? Where do you find joy in it? Because I know you find a lot of joy in it, and share with us a little bit about reason for being part of the summit.
Okay, well, there are two aspects to my business. There's the service part, and then also there's the products part that I make. So, so with the service part, I offer so many different. I think again we offer the most for different types of massages, body treatments, facials, manis, pedis, and I'm a natural healthcare specialist, so I focus on massage therapy and skincare. And over the years, I've developed about 33 different natural products that are very healthy. Even as I always say, even the preservatives in them are natural. Um, One of the reasons why I decided to participate in this Green Summit is actually because of the staff at NDFD. I am a client of NDFD, and I came in one day and they're like, "Hey, don't try, take part." I'm like, nah, I'm so busy. But it was one of the best decisions that I made. I I can say that for sure because the mentoring, the training, the advice, like the business development, even like they take you from your idea to the end product, from what you're thinking to the actual product. So during that time, I pitched two products, because in my mom, she suffers with poor circulation in her feet and legs. So she's the one who actually inspired me to create one of the products. And it is, I can show you as well, it is made with so it's a foot tea. It's a therapeutic foot tea. You can see that.
Mm,
And it is
mm,
made with herbs that are indigenous to Dominica, and they are all called vi- vasodilators, meaning they open up the blood vessels. So it's
mm.
actually a tea for your feet. So you will have your warm water bath for your feet, and then you drop the contents in, and it helps with pain, with inflammation, with circulation. And so far, especially after carnival, it's actually sold out because after carnival, everybody wanted that product. And I also created another one, which is I don't know if you can see. It's called the
Yes.
Honey Cocoa Bliss, and that one I decided I wanted to do something different, something fun, something maybe even a little bit sexy, if you know what I mean. Yeah, because it is actually a body mask and it's made with honey and it's also made with cocoa. So and it's edible. So
Sana,
the
you always trust every time. Why every time me and you speak, something always you go from your body to your mouth? Like why?
because the thing is if you can put it if you anything you put on your body you should be able to eat it. So all the products that I make, you can eat them. I wouldn't advise to eat all of them, but this one in particular, and it's made with honey and cocoa, and the combination is amazing because honey is a natural humectant, meaning that it draws moisture to your skin, and then the cocoa is filled with flavonoids and so on that actually increase circulation. So it really helps with the signs of aging, wrinkles, and all of that. And can you imagine how playful you can be with this product? So that's
Your name would not be your name would not be Miss Sana.
yeah,
Oh God. We're gonna talk some more, Miss Sana. Let's bring on
definitely.
let's bring on Terry. Hi Terry. Again, I mean I'm very familiar with you and your products. I mean I'm familiar as I got even more familiar being a part of the Gems Foundation, and you were the very first winner. There for that's the Gems Foundation, with the Entrepreneurship Challenge. Now the Philip Nassif Foundation, and I found it so interesting and intriguing when I visited your apiary, it's called, your little establishment, and how everything is set up. And I put blows on your cherry tree and your mango tree. And yes, it was a very lovely experience. I got to taste honey wine, which I didn't think I would like. And you just have this really cool thing going on now, to learn that you may be probably the largest um uh, uh I guess, manufacturer of products from honey and or from beeswax. Share with us a little bit about, because Terry, like if I had to say it in Creole, probably not everybody would understand, but you don't play when it comes to these kinds of challenges. Like I feel like if Terry's in it, she might just win it. Because you go all out, you go really hard. I know I've seen you on regional competitions, we've seen you in local competitions, you've made the news quite a few times. You really go hard for your business and you really truly believe in what you do. But share with us a little bit about some of the products you create, and why was it so important for you to join yet another summit that would end in a competition? I am having a hard time hearing you. I don't know why I'm not hearing you. Can you guys hear Terry?
No.
No, we're not
No.
hearing you, Terry. Your mic is on, but we're not hearing you. I just turned up the volume a bit and we're not hearing you. Probably jump off and come back on. Just jump off quickly and come back on. And we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. In the meantime, we'll continue the conversation until Terry jumps on, and I'll move on to Rachel. And I kind of want to get a sense of how has winning this summit, or the NGIS 2023, how has it impacted your business and even your personal growth as an entrepreneur?
So, winning the summit. I think Terry's back on. What are we doing? We continuing with me?
Let's see, Terry, you there?
I'm here. You
Okay,
hear
let's
me?
just we'll get you in a second. Let's just get Rachel to continue her
Uh,
thought process, and then we'll bring you back on.
okay. Okay, let's go. So the summit, it created an invaluable platform that helped me refine my business. I was able to, through mentorship and networking, I was able to build and strengthen my business model. And this has allowed me to get a lot of recognition for my business also. And Jael, I don't know if no one noticed, I'm also that shy individual, but coming from the summit, like I was that brand new person. I wanted to be exposed more to new things, and it helped me. My personality changed completely. I now felt that I could win anything that I put my mind to, and this has been really impactful for me, both on a business and a personal level.
Wow. If you could walk us through kind of like the days of the summit, what were some of the things that you, because sometimes people keep say, oh, it was great, I learned this, I learned that. I mean, people sometimes sit and everybody's in the back, sometimes they're like, okay, like she won, so she's just probably trying to like beef them up. But we really want to get a sense of what was some of the things that transpired during the course of the summit. Some of your, even your takeaways, some of the things that really stayed with you during that time.
Okay. So when I came to the summit, it was not, I just expected it to be like a 1 day event. Like I didn't even know it was a competition. It was called Idea Lab Day, and I was just supposed to pitch. And I'm like, okay, how do I do this? I'm afraid of even going in front of a crowd. And sitting there, I pitched, but rather shy, and still did not expect to make it to the other level. I did not know anyone from the NDFD before coming into the summit, and everything was new to me. But Jill, let me tell you, that summit for the 3 days was packed with valuable insights. I mean, the mentorship, I learned everything from bookkeeping down to how to even manage my business. And these are things that I could take in and to help elevate my business. And speaking on being shy, when I came and I had to present, the day for presenting came, and like we had numbers. So I'm like, I don't want to go last and I don't want to go first. What they say about having goat mouth, I ended up going last. So I have to go last, and I'm like, okay. The time for me to present came, and I had my sister, which is Sherma. She's always with me. She's right here in the room with me as well right now. I consider her my little lucky charm. And she's there with me, and I'm still scared. I'm like, I want to go home. Can you give me my V cookies? I can't do this. And she's like, no, go on. So she saw one of the mentors, Mr. George Challenger at the time, and she said, my sister wants to go home. Can you speak to her? So I'm seeing this individual coming to me, and he said, I heard you wanted to go home. Why? Come, let me speak to you. And he said, you can't do this. From since I saw you, I saw everything that you had, and I said, this girl can win. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to try. He said, I have to be somewhere, but I'm going to stay at the back of the room, and I'm bringing your sister in. So go on and present. Jael, I came to present, and I don't even know where that person came from, and I just put on my show. I did not know that I would even win, but everybody started clapping, and like I'm like, okay, you could win this. So when I went back downstairs, the other competitors are there, you're the winner. I'm like, no, we haven't heard anything, but not surprised, I still won. And that taught me so many lessons. My biggest challenge there was fear, which someone, a stranger that I did not know, helped me to see past it. And then the
Mhm.
other lesson I learned, that had I not go on, I would not have known or met the winner in me. So this has done so much for me. Yeah.
Wow. I see Miss Anna shaking her head. Miss Anna, that moment, were you part of the few that said, you won?
Oh
You,
yes, oh yes. Because we were all downstairs. We all had to pitch, and we were all downstairs, like waiting. So everybody goes upstairs. You can't go in the room because it's very secretive. You go upstairs, you pitch, and then you go downstairs where you can't even hear anything. But we heard the clapping. I'm like, okay, she won. And when she came downstairs, we told her. We were like, okay, because she was really shy. I mean, it's it's nerve-wracking. I myself was nervous, but she did a very good job. She did a great job.
Wow, I love to see, I love I don't just love the fact that, you know, you support her, winning, because women, we hear women everything that's
Yeah.
come out. But
Yeah.
there are some really good women still. Like there's some really good women who know how to support each other.
Yeah.
And I mean, I could recognize even while she was talking, you were just like nodding in
Mhm.
approval,
Yeah.
and just almost like in a congratulatory way. Still, even 2 years
Definitely.
later, that she
Definitely.
won.
Definitely. Yeah.
What was the experience like for you? Being I know you've done this is not your first rodeo, but what was that like for you? Being part of the summit, the day to day. What did it do for you in the end? Like, what did you get out of it?
Well, it was my first competition with something like that.
Mm,
So it was also pretty new to me. Coming in every day, I had so much fun that I just remember having a lot of fun because it was so information packed, and it's like I felt like I was like a sponge, just soaking in all the information and all the lessons and all the advice and all the mentorship and everything. And then every day, we have lunch together. We networked with each other. We created friendships and relation. So it was, to me, it was a lot of fun. The only thing for me that was most challenging was the day itself when we had to pitch. I had a whole bag of nerves. I don't know where it came from, but I was very nervous. But I guess what they say, if you're nervous, it means that you care about what you're doing.
right.
So, yeah. So for me, it was just so much fun. Uh, I would definitely encourage anyone to try it out because as I said, you have loads and loads of information that is so beneficial to your business and the development of your business and the mentorship. And we had people. There were people who came in who were clients of NDFD, long clients or long ago, new clients, and they all gave us like so much, good advice. So it was a very, very good experience for me, definitely.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for sharing that with us. And that brings us to Terry, because Terry, I know we've been waiting to talk to you a little bit, tell us a bit of your business. But before you do that, I just want to acknowledge the viewers who are tuned in, who are connected. I just want to tell them thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Those of you who are on YouTube, those of you on Facebook, I see some folks coming in on YouTube. And Facebook, we're streaming on Jael Joseph Live, we're streaming on Jael Joseph, we're streaming on Black Island Girl Multimedia. And those of you who are on LinkedIn. So we're also streaming on LinkedIn. So good evening to the folks tuning on LinkedIn. I see quite a few folks are coming in and they're sharing. They're talking about the food soap being magic. They're talking about they're sending love to Herbal Harmony, and so much more. And Terry is one of these people who has first-hand knowledge of the amount of love, because a huge part of your business has been fueled by local people supported your business, and helped you push through so that you could get even regional accolades and all of these different things, and you continue to invest in your business, not just because one of the things that somebody might say, oh, Terry, tout vite, Terry toujours là, look for Terry, somebody can say that, but one of the things that I really appreciate, not just about you, Terry, in terms of how you go hard for your business and how much you believe in what you do, but when you do make these strides, I've seen you take on other people with you. And I follow you very closely, and I'm saying this. We just celebrated International Women's Day, and this is a group of women, and my show, I try as much as possible to empower women as much as I can, even though sometimes they get on my nerves. But you have constantly taken people with you, and not just recently. I remember you got a deal and you merged with Jody. You've merged with people you've competed against. You're doing so
Hmm.
many things to improve your business, but not just be a lone ranger in it, to also bring people along with you. Why did you feel that this was so important for you to do this summit? Because you could have said, you know what, I've won a lot of things. Like, don't think I need this anymore. But why was it so important for you to do this? Are you mute? I'm not. We're not hearing you again, Terry. I don't know what happened. We're not hearing you again. All right, she's gonna jump off. I'm gonna wait for her.
Uh,
And in the meantime, because I want her to talk as soon as she comes on, because it seems like it works when she just jumps on.
Yeah.
But we have a few folks on there. We have Rachel is on. Zelda is on. Terry's back. Terry, say something.
Okay, is it working?
There.
Yes, okay, let's roll.
All right. Let me say everything I have to say in one go. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so big up to the NDFD. They were the ones there from day one of my business. I was a massage therapist, a nature therapist, a writer, and after Maria, I changed trajectory and decided to make products. And I'd always been making wellness products since I was a teenager, so it was nothing new. And NDFD was the first one to give me my first loan. And I don't even know why they gave me this loan because I was like, but they did, they believed in me. And so I just feel like I've been part of that NDFD family from day one of Be Natural. Um, and the summit was, like that year, I was on a winning streak, but I'd only just started like that year participating in any kind of pitching. That was like not me. Like I'm an introverted person. Like I do not want to go out on stage and do any of that. And I started that year with micro pitch and just like so much nerves and then gems. And that was really one that really propelled me forward. And being part of the NDFD Innovation Summit was definitely a no-brainer because I have a green business and I wanted to expand the business more. My pitch was actually, I have Be Natural deodorant, and the pitch is to create a refillable tube, which we are on the way. We now have our prototype, and we're ready to get to manufacturing right now. It's been a long journey. It has had a lot of hurdles, but we're at the next point. So yeah, being involved in this innovation challenge was just incredible experience, as everybody has said, and even though, yeah, we're in competition for the day, like we're all collaborators. Like, Miss Sana used my husband's honey.
Yes, yes, I wanted to say
Like
yes, and it's the best.
all the time. I mean, I go to Masana for massages. I'm constantly calling Rachel. Like, I don't go without my herbal harmony tea. Like, we're all like in this wellness soup together. It's just for these kind of events, then you have to put on your
Yeah.
competition hat, and really you're promoting your business, you're promoting what you're passionate about, what you believe in, and I really do. Yeah, I mean, like you said, I really believe in my business. I'm producing natural wellness products that are healthy and wholesome. I mean, we now have a natural deodorant brand on islands that people come from overseas to get, like they're leaving all their chemical stuff behind. And like, somebody just recently made a video. They're coming to Dominica for Carnival. Oh, I'm not going to get my deodorant in Canada. I'm coming to Dominica because there's a great brand. And, so we have now something that people can use that make sure they don't smell, because I'm on a mission, right?
No,
To
no, no book
grow
with smells.
for the body odor. Right? We all need to be smelling sweet and nice. So we have, a whole range of different scents, but that we're not killing ourselves in the
Yes.
process, because we know a lot of these things that we're putting in a very sensitive area of our body
Mhm.
is causing a lot of problems. So we want to, we're all in this wellness business, and we're all in a business of keeping people healthy, happy, centenarians, yeah.
Mhm. You have a product, a spray that recently someone I know got it, and apparently it's supposed to help with the flu, but it helps with something else. I think they got it for something else, but then they were using it, and it
Mhm.
helped them fight the flu. I can't remember what it is.
Propolis,
Um,
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and the person swears, but and the person who uses it, you'd never believe that person would actually like it. I was shook. I was like, "Where did you get that?" And they're like, "Oh, be natural." Like, well, they bought it at I believe it was Zeb Zeb, one of those
Yes,
one
that's
of those
real.
places
Hmm.
that they bought it from, and they were just like, really like, oh, I really like this product, and I'm like, it's a money, by the way, so
Yeah.
it just gets it just gets so much more interesting, you know.
Yes. Yes.
But Terry, what was your biggest takeaway from your experience as a finalist?
Mm. Again, it was just stepping out of the comfort zone, learning new aspects about your business, because you're always learning, right? Like, no matter what, you're just always learning. So soaking in the information, collaborating with other people, hearing about their ideas, being inspired, being excited for other people as well, and then just taking information and putting it into practice in my business. I think the one thing I did learn is not to bring live bees to a pitching competition, because I really took it a step too far. And so we had the bees in the observation hive, and they were fine. Like, we take this observation hive everywhere, and they never escape. So the day of the competition, I have them in the IT room, and then the IT guy comes and says, "There's bees in the cupboard. What do we do?" So that kind of had my nerves on like high alert, because I went into the competition in the competition room, and part of my somewhat distraction was hoping these bees would not escape and go and sting somebody in the audience, because that really would have killed my pitch. So I won't do that ever
Oh, wow, 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 wow. What a way to learn, eh?
again. Yes. Yeah.
I want to bring back on Donald. We've been speaking for a little bit. I want to bring back on Donald. And to kind of get a sense of, from your perspective, Donald, how has the NDFD Green Innovations evolved over the years? Like how do you feel? Because you talk about Jody winning the first, and now Rachel winning the second. How have you seen this? How do you see this evolving?
Yeah, I really believe that the Green Innovations Summit has really become the premier and the most important summit for green entrepreneurship. And it's something that we are very proud of. Like um, basing from of course the quality of participants that we get every year. Just listening to these amazing ladies, right? You can already tell that the summit really attracts outstanding, current entrepreneurs,
Mm-hmm.
just decided to go into the green space, and aspiring green entrepreneurs who have not really done anything yet, but they just have outstanding ideas in them. And we welcome all of them here, and we see this summit really as our concrete response to all of our responsibility to really make bold actions with regard to a lot of pressing concerns that we have right now, that is connected to sustainability, of course, and climate change and all of these environmental concerns that we are experiencing. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so we NDFD has always been about developing small businesses here in Dominica, but we really wanted to start seeing outstanding small businesses that are very strong when it comes to sustainability, when it comes to green innovation, when it comes to eco-friendly approaches. So that's really the goal. and it has evolved into something that's really um, that's really of very attractive, for example, to different partners. Just today we closed, I think, 3 new partners and sponsors, and I think slowly they really see they're starting to see the importance of supporting some activities like this. So this is something that we welcome, and we hope to see this edition to be the biggest and the best yet. We will have um, like a group of really outstanding mentors, trainers, and just more opportunities for participants.
What would you say, Donald, are some of probably the key trends in green entrepreneurship that you've observed from the last group of participants? Like, what would you say are some of the key trends? I mean, besides the fact that the trend seems to be women, and the trend seems to be women, what are some of the other trends you observe? Because, and I asked this to kind of spark people's interest, because a lot of times you have business ideas or you've started something but you don't have a lot of faith in it because you don't feel that somebody's gonna give you a shot. You're like, me, I don't want to put myself out there like that. What if, but what if they love you? What if you become the next Rachel who was so shy and didn't even want to go and pitch, to winning, so what are some of the trends that you've seen, and or you probably you would expect from this year, or even from last year, or last 2 years?
I think a lot of our participants has really doubled down on, for example, the concept of circular economy solutions, right? We have seen more and more tech-driven, sustainable ideas or innovative ideas, which is something that we really welcome because tech is there, and tech will not go away. So it's something that we should actually take advantage of and be able to utilize it to further our causes. Like, for example, this cost when it comes to sustainability and being eco-friendly. Of course, we've also seen a lot of eco-friendly consumer products, right? A lot of ideas pertaining to sustainable agriculture. So yeah, and then last edition, we've seen like really just different ideas, that actually try to tackle the 6 environmental concerns that we want our aspiring green entrepreneurs to create innovative ideas for, namely water management, waste management, energy efficiency, renewable energy, sustainable agriculture, and recycling. So those are the trends, and this edition, though, we would like to see more, really young people to come on board, really young people to try with their brilliant green innovative ideas.
That sounds wonderful. I had to mute myself because my neighbor is sawing something down. I didn't want it to interfere. But I wanted to tap back into, I noticed Terry might have jumped off, and I think it might have to do with the service or transmission. But I wanted to kind of get from the participants, so Miss Hannah and Rachel, to you to answer this in terms of what advice would you give to young innovators or even entrepreneurs who are thinking of participating, who probably not even thinking of participating. They probably just have this business that they do on a very small scale, or not even like thinking of expansion, or just terrified. I mean, sometimes like just having a small business can be terrifying, like there's the bookkeeping aspect of it, which most people don't do, and I'm seeing a nice shift where people are really starting to think about their business as a business and not just, a mom and pop shop where you just buy something and then you spend it, as you go along. But what sort of advice would you give? So I know Terry's back on, but Miss Sana,
Mhm.
let me let Terry go first because she just jumped
Sure.
in and her audio might be working.
Mhm.
That's fine. We want to get want to strike while it's hot. So Terry, you there with us? See, we're not hearing her. We're not hearing her. We're not hearing Terry. Let's go with we'll go with Rachel first. So Terry, sorry, we're not hearing
No
you.
problems, no problems.
Oh, wait. Did I just hear you? Was that
Yeah.
you?
Did you?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that was you. Okay, so go ahead, Terry, because we get you you in.
Ask the question. What are you asking?
So I was asking about advice. What sort of advice would you give to young innovators or even entrepreneurs who are thinking about participating in this summit? They may be nervous, they may be unsure, it might be their first time, or even someone who's on the live who knows somebody who they may think might need this summit as the next step to progress in their business.
Mhm.
And I want to encourage folks to tag entrepreneurs that you may know,
Mhm.
in this, because I'm going to share the link, the Google link, the Google form where folks can actually register. So I'm going to share that in just a little bit. So I want to encourage folks to tag people. But yeah, so the question really is, what advice would you give?
Okay, I'm just do it. Just do it. Just do it, do it, do it. Because if the three of us can get to top place, right? And all of us are like, we're shy, we don't want to be in the crowd, we don't want to be in front, and it's just a passion for your business. You're not doing it for it's not you. You kind of like find another part of you that represents what you're doing, what you're passionate about. And if you're passionate about your business, then you'll find you'll find what you need. And even just going through the process of any of these things that I've gone through, and you learn so much along the way. It's not just about whether you get to the finals. It's not just about you network, you meet people, you meet people that you can say hi to in the street, and then next thing you know, they supplying you an ingredient for your product or something, or they're buying your products, or you just have some kind of synergy and connection with those people. So the process, you get access to like all of NDFD staff. They're cheerleaders. They encourage. Everybody is encouraging. You're not going into a room of naysayers. So
Yep.
even if you're feeling like a little like doubtful, and you just put yourself into a situation which just builds you up, and you can only get stronger from there. So I just say, do it, put all your doubts and fears aside, sign up, put your best ideas out there, and you just never know where it's going to get you. And it's an
Just do it.
amazing journey.
Just
Do
do it.
it. Do
Just do it.
it. Yeah.
All right. Rachel, you're we're not hearing you now.
But Jael,
Let's try Miss Anna still. Yes. Yes. You were saying something, Donald?
yeah, no, I just got a message there from our executive director. So apparently he's tuned in. So he's just saying that the evolution of the participants in terms of their progress is for him the most amazing. So, for example, he said Rachel with her Picos month activities, Terry has just grown and evolved into some sort of international icon or brand icon. And Misana has stumped her brand into regional and international markets. So for our executive director, that is the most satisfying kind of evolution of the summit for us. And I share his sentiments. Definitely for us, the biggest reward is to see all of these amazing entrepreneurs come out of the summit and become, even more amazing. So that's it. I just want to share that.
Yes, definitely. That is wonderful. Um, Rachel, I want to give you an opportunity now to share with us. I hope your audio is working because yeah, it's working. Yes, yes, it's working.
Mr. Labla?
Hey, nice, nice.
Um,
My folks are saying that they were not hearing Rachel, but I was hearing her. So I'm not sure, guys. Somebody just said they were not hearing Rachel. Um, but I can hear you just fine. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Miss Anna, you want to give it a go? Let me know, guys, if you are hearing us. Um, another person said I can't hear. Sharon is saying I
Can
can't.
you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. Yeah. Hmm.
Um, let us know if you can hear, guys. So just drop us a note. I don't want to. Um, Before we get Miss Anna to share with us, I'll go to the audience and see what some of the folks have been saying. So we have Neander says, "Yo, the food soaked tea is magic. Take it from someone who is always on their feet. Oh no, I'm so upset that it's sold out. I need like seven." Um, so that is from Nisha is saying, "Well done, ladies, and on all the collaborations as well." Okay, so they're hearing us loud and clear. All right. Neander is also adding good quality honey, makes great homemade barbecue sauce. So folks are chiming in. Let's see, anybody else who's chiming in as it relates to the ladies and this initiative. And how about if you yourself are thinking of joining? You're thinking of joining. Let us know in the comment section that you're thinking about becoming part of this. You want to register. I've actually pinned the form so you can access it right here in this chat. And I will also link it in the caption above. So I will link it immediately following the show. I will link the registration form so you can also go on there. So Miss Anna, tell us a little bit about the advice that you want to give.
Oh, well, you must learn something. You don't have to win. You don't have to be a finalist. From the very first day, you're going to learn something. So I mean, I would definitely encourage, especially young people, to try it out because, as I said, the amount of information and training and just technical advice and all of that, if you don't even have a business as yet, but you have the idea, come in and take part, participate because you don't have to wait. You're still a winner when you receive all that information. You know,
Def-
you're still a winner. You can apply that information to your business. You can share that information with a friend, who has a business. So and I mean again, as Terry said, big up to NDFD. My God, they were like our cheerleaders, Mr. Bacasio, Mr. Libula, Mr. Joseph, who else? Anasha. I mean, if I'm forgetting anybody, the entire staff of NDFD, they are so supportive. And as he said, even after, if you have any questions, if you need any advice, they are there and they are so willing and open to help. Yeah.
That is wonderful. I go back to Donald because Donald, I want to get a gist of where is this happening this year. Give us the dates again, and let us know when people can register. When does registration close? We need to get that information up there. And like I've said, I will be linking the registration form as soon as we wrap up tonight. I've also placed it in the chat. So if you guys are in the chat, you can access it that way if you'd like to register. Or if you just like to hold on to it still for somebody because you might know somebody that might be interested in becoming or being part of the summit. So Donald, floor is yours.
All right. So this year, the Green Innovation Summit will be held from the 3rd of June to the 7th of June this year. But right now we are accepting registrations, and we'll be closing the registration on the 9th of April. All right. So yeah, but before we do that, leading up to all of these events, we have what we call fringe activities that will kind of heighten further the need to really pursue sustainable solutions to a lot of this environmental concerns that we are seeing and experiencing. One of which, of course, is the Earth Hour, which we will be observing this year on the 22nd of March. So we also would like everybody to get involved and be part of that. The idea is simple: just spend an hour something doing anything that is positively impactful to Mother Earth, right? So on the 22nd Saturday, just do something, an hour, give an hour to Earth. That's the idea. And then on the 30th of April, we're gonna have our Idea Lab. So we call it Idea Lab. This is the event where we gather the semi-finalists that we selected from all the registrants. And what happened there is that they get the chance to engage with experts in different, in different environmental topics. We will have a panel discussion where all of these participants can learn from, and then from there they'll get the chance to polish their ideas and do an initial kind of practice pitch, right? And then from there we will select the final 10 or 12 participants that will proceed to the actual summit in June, right? So, well, the plan is to have the summit here at NDFD at our conference room. So every year we do it here. But let me tell you, JL, the amount of interested partners who would like to become part of this summit. Who knows? We might have, this year might be the first year where we're gonna have like some kind of an off-site activity, right? So but that's something that we will reveal in the coming days. Also, something that they have to watch out for are the mentors. So this year we are really reaching out to the top tiers, like the creme de la creme of mentors, so to speak. So that's something that they have to watch out for. And of course, like the usual support will be there from our entire NDFD staff. Um, I also would like to big up, by the way, Jael. They are behind the scenes right now, but they've been with us since the start of this program. Mr. Libla, and of course, Damian Jumas, the newest addition to our team. So he is basically our business support specialist. So he's our direct marketer, and he's now part of that NGIS team with, of course, Miss Laron, who has been there, with us since the first edition, and Miss Floria Fountain. So this is like these are powerhouses when it comes to managing events, ensuring that events like this is organized properly. So we have all this, and of course the rest of NDFD staff joining in to help. So we are very confident this will be an amazing summit. And every day from today we will have meetings with prospective sponsors, and it's a good sign because it's really a sign that more and more companies and organizations are realizing the need to really incorporate sustainability in their business approaches and in their outreaches. So it's something that we are very excited about. So again, we would like to encourage everyone to send in their innovative green business ideas. The Google form, I believe, is posted
Yes.
already, and you have until the 9th of April to submit, right? And then yeah, so and then after that, we know that there are more amazing things that will happen. We'll be dropping the mentors soon, so we'll be announcing them soon. So yeah, so who knows? Maybe Jael Jobs. I don't know. We don't know. We're trying our best to get the best of the best. So let's see, guys. Let's see what happens.
Thank you very much for the information there, Donald. And I really look forward to seeing, what is in store for this year. I know I followed Jody, I followed all of these women, in terms of what they're doing, and it's really a wonderful to see them really stepping out of their comfort zone and really pursuing green innovations, really pursuing, their small businesses, becoming authors, and all of these things, and it's really, it's so inspiring, to me, and I'm sure it is to quite a few people on the live, who are probably, business owners themselves, or even never considered it, or probably just saying to themselves as a result of tonight's show, boy, let me go and make something and make some money, you know, because it's just starts like that. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
sure if Rachel didn't see a need, I mean, she was her first guinea pig. She used her products. It worked for her. And most people, you find like they've used this stuff on themselves. They tried. I remember, even Jody, and Jody's story. She trying it out on her friends. And they were like, "Oh, we really like this," and all of a sudden, it's blossomed into something so much bigger, than it was, from the inception, and it's just really really great to see you guys doing your thing, and I really want to commend every single one of you for not just being part of this tonight, but for taking the leap of faith, for believing in yourself, because you may not be an extrovert, you may be very, very shy, but just a little bit of belief in yourself is what you need. Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit of belief in yourself. Because once you come around people who are inspired by what you do, then they give you more belief in yourself, because you're like, okay, they really like what I'm doing. So you all of a sudden you start coming out of your shell, as we rightfully, as Rachel mentioned. So I really want to commend every single one of you, and I want to give you guys a final opportunity. I know, Rachel, when you were speaking, some folks said that they didn't hear what you were saying. I don't know if you want to repeat, your advice, just for the folks who didn't hear, and essentially, give us the final words for this evening. So I will start first with Sana, and then let me start with Terry, because Terry audio always have problems. So let's go with Terry, and so that we have no problems, right, Terry? See, we don't hear Terry. You see what I tell
Oh
you?
Lord.
You see what I hear, Terry? I tell you, Terry audio have a problem. Terry, all right, we start with Miss Anna then. Give
Yeah.
Terry, we didn't really want to start with Terry. We wanted Terry to make sure our audio was working. So we started with Miss Anna.
Well, again, as I said, I would encourage individuals to participate because it's a fun experience. I know I had loads of fun. It's information packed. I would really like to thank NDFD for the day I walked in to pay part of my loan. Hey, why don't you try this? Because it was a very, very good experience. Also want to congratulate the ladies who are here, and not just them, but all the participants, because they were amazing ideas, but down to
Mhm.
biogas. Especially initially when everybody was present, all the participants, before, we were put in a different section, but everybody the ideas were amazing, so it
Including the
doesn't
men, right,
matter.
Miss Anna?
Huh?
Including the men, of course. We
Of
have to
course, of
mention them
course,
too.
including the men.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely including the men. Actually, I'm thinking of encouraging my son, who is 20 years old, to participate. Because he himself has, so many ideas. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna talk to him tonight. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Miss Anna. And
Welcome.
Miss
And
Anna,
thank
you're
you, Jael,
inspired.
as well.
Your presence here your presence has inspired you to inspire your son, right? See, there you
Yes,
go.
definitely.
There you go. Terry, audio is back on.
Let's see.
Audio,
Is it working?
Yes.
yes, it's
Ah,
working.
Ah, amazing. Yes. So yeah, just I would just encourage people to try, sign up and just invest in yourself. You're not just doing it for yourself, right? Like when you own a business, you become part of something bigger than yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
connect with people in a different way, and you're really offering something. Once you're selling something that's good, you know, and that you believe in, then you're offering something to the world that wasn't there before, and it's only you that can do it. So if you have that idea, that inspiration is given to you for a reason, you've been the one that's chosen to bring that through you in this lifetime. So don't say no, because opportunity will only knock a few times before it just like, they're not ready yet, and then you find where's all the ideas gone. But if you have an idea, it's a sign that you're the one that has to bring it to life. So I would really encourage anyone, just to start something, be part of something bigger than yourself, and it snowballs. Let me tell you, because I never thought, that Be Natural would be what it is now and what it's going to be, what I see growing into the future. And just want to thank once again NDFD and thank every single one of my amazing customers who purchase the products, that give me feedback, that give me the inspiration, that give me the motivation to continue. Um, Yes, thank you so much. Love to you all.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you very much, Terry and Rachel.
Hi. As I said in my pitch with NDFD, I guess to save the best for last, I would like to encourage everyone who has that green business idea to go for it. The summit is actually a platform that can help you to challenge yourself, refine your business ideas, and who knows, the slightest insight can be your biggest breakthrough. For me, look at what it has done for me. And let me tell you, there's no stopping Rachel now. I feel like a winner all the time. I'm always on to the next thing. Right now, I'm working on something that involves tech to help my women. So
oh,
I'm not stopping. And NDFD, I just want to say thank you. They have been here holding my hands, Jael, for everything. It did not stop at the summit. I mean, I walk into NDFD like every day when I'm in town, or I can just pop in. It's like I'll forever be a green queen, and there's no brushing me off. It's like I've never walked into a building that makes you feel so. Everyone is so warm and friendly, down to the security guard.
great.
From since I enter, hi, Miss Shillingford, and everything is so welcoming there. So that's a family that you're going to make and have a lifetime bond with, and will always keep pushing you. For me, listen, I am now speaking to women on a podium, advising women. I'm an advocate for PCOS, and I'm going through schools, and it's like I'm a natural now. And I did not know I had it in me, had it not been I had stepped foot into that summit. So
Mhm.
it has done great things for me, and I am honestly very grateful to the NDFD. I am not an ungrateful person, so I always thank the NDFD. Like I said, I also noted that in my book where I give them their kudos and everything. So yes, don't miss out on that opportunity. Opportunity lost can never be regained.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that is so true. Thank you very much for that, Rachel. And Donald, Donald is like beaming. Donald smile, smiling from ear to ear.
This lady's making
Right?
me emotional right now.
Don't cry, don't cry.
Because it's coming to an end there with
I
them. You
know,
have a
yes.
new batch of people coming through. So you're getting ready because now you have your students have graduated, right? And now it's on to the next. Donald, your final words.
Well, just very quickly, right? Because I don't want to like be branded as someone who doesn't follow through with a promise. But I just want to say something about the geothermal project. I think it really has the potential to be like some kind of a game changer for Dominica, because we're talking about reducing emissions. There's so much possibilities about it being able to support sustainable businesses, and driving for example energy dependence. What I think that must just happen is there must be like a very strong environmental oversight, to just to ensure that everything aligns. So for example, it everything aligns, for example, with waste management, water conservation, right? And
Mhm.
of course, we always try to align every innovation with, of course, the sustainable development goals. So I think we just have to ensure that there's like strong alignment, but I think it has a lot of potential. It can be a real game changer for us. Just like, of course, the green innovative green ideas that we look forward to seeing. I believe a lot of these green ideas can be game changers for a lot of for a lot of industries. So I just would like again to invite everybody. I know we cannot have then all the time to explain to you everything, so what you can just do is go to our social media platforms, especially Facebook, or just visit us here. We're a very friendly bunch, so you can just come in and just inquire about the summit. You can also, by the way, call this number if that's okay, JL. That's 275-6859. You can WhatsApp it or call it if you want to know more information. So again, I would like to really big up our ladies. I think they are really inspiring. As much as they say we inspire them, but we are continuously inspired by them, and I know that they also have been inspiring a lot of people, and so we just would like to congratulate them again, and to like reiterate our commitment to really help them, continue help them until they reach all of their objectives and goals. So
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
I'm
you.
so excited for all of you, and thank you very much to all of you for joining on the show here this evening. I almost want to say go on, be great, but you'll already start being great. You guys have already started being great. Kudos to every single one of you, but especially, well done to the NDFD for continuing this work to support small businesses, to support green innovations, to support entrepreneurs, to support women, to support the environment. So kudos to NDFD and the entire team out there, and to all of you ladies. Congratulations again to you. And we hope probably to see you guys. You probably could come back as a mentor. You never know, right? Right, Donald. I mean, we have people doing motivational talks. So come on, like they can come back, right, Donald?
definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. We have actually extended the invitations already. I'm sure being past winners, they should definitely come back and mentor our, new batch of green entrepreneurs, right?
Definitely.
Right, ladies?
Oh,
Of
yes.
course. Of course.
Ah, yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. Confidently, of course. All right. It was really nice having all of you here on the show here this evening. I thank you again. And I wish you guys all the best. Like I mentioned to those of you who are just joining in, you can view this again. You can view this on YouTube. It's streamed on YouTube as well, but you can also find out more about how to register. The link is in the chat. I will also be sharing it at the end of the conversation, so you will be able to see the link again. That will be presented for you. I want to say good night to all of the beautiful people I got to interact with here this evening. Thank you.
Jael, sorry, one more thing.
Sure.
The biggest reason why I think we believe that NGIS has really become the premier platform for green entrepreneurship,
Why?
because we are here on JL Joseph Live. So come on, right? So big up to you, right?
And
Yeah,
thank you, Jael, as well.
So it means
thank you
we've
very
really
much.
arrived already.
Thank you. I mean, I love small businesses. I consider myself as an entrepreneur as well. I'm not involved in green innovations. Probably this kind of green, but not the one, not the one, not the one that has the earth, And I really love it. I love to see when businesses are thriving, and I love to see because you can have a small business and just be surviving, but it's so much more rewarding when you're thriving, when you're able to meet demands, or even be sold out. Like, imagine things sold out, like that's a big deal, when your products are sold out. And we say we have 20,000 people in Dominica, but when your products sold out, you're like, you're the ish, right? So it's really such a warm feeling, hearing every single one of you. I promise to, I'll be indicating to my assistant, who I must say thank God for. Let me tell you, they say behind every great woman is a greater man. I switch it around, but he's been like really there supporting me and doing this, and I just want to have him reshare this so that like we can repost this, so people until the 9th, we'll continue to share the information on our platforms, so folks can know, so they can register. So Donald, share with us the flyer if you've not as yet. And Samaj will make sure to spread the
Big up
word.
Samaj.
So
Oh,
yes, big
great
up.
guy, great guy.
Yes, Samaj. I don't know what I would do without Samaj. Samaj has been with me since 2021, and the other day I was telling him, give me like really give me advance notice. If you ever decide to leave, I need advance notice. It's not just advance notice. But he's been with me for a very long time, and I really truly appreciate what he does behind the scenes, front the scenes, and really putting these together. So thanks again, Donald, for choosing this program, and I hope that we brought the message loud across, and I hope that more folks will tag their friends, tag somebody who's a small business owner, who may need an extra support, who may just need some guidance. Sometimes we're small businesses and we don't even know what we're doing. We just like winging it. So it's an opportunity for you to learn more, for you to grow, for you to network, and for you to hopefully thrive in your business. Until next time, guys, I'm saying good night.
Thank you.
Bye
Good night.
bye. Bye all.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
Bye, Terry. Bye bye. Bye, Donald.
Bye.
All right, guys, that's it. That was it for this evening. It was a wonderful having the NDFD join me here on the program. And like I promised, we will be sharing some information on how you can be part of the summit. So I will make sure to share that information on my platform. Keep staying locked in, keep following the vibes, keep sharing the content. Thank you guys for the hearts. And Thanks again for tuning in here this evening. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you chose to be right here on this show. And for that, I truly appreciate you. We'll be back. When we're coming back. We are coming back sometime this week. Stay tuned. We're going to be having post-mortem carnival celebrations. We're going to be on tomorrow evening. We're going to have the queens, the winners, the female winners, all of the women who won during this season, the last, I should say, carnival celebrations. All of the women who won, we're gonna have majority of them. So one hasn't responded yet, but the majority has responded. So tune in tomorrow. We'll have some of them come on and share with you a little bit about their journey to their various crowns. And on Friday, I believe, we're going to be having a few men, a few good men join us here. And we're going to be talking a little bit more about the celebrations, the carnival celebrations, and what went well and probably what didn't. All right. We gotta keep it jiggy, right? We always keep it jiggy. Thanks guys for tuning in. Until next time. Have a good night.